Hello, friends. Here in the United States, the holiday of Christmas has been, shall we say, rather usurped by commercialism. I know that's not a surprise to anybody. The holiday decorations start coming out, I think, before Thanksgiving, and you know how that whole thing goes. And I'm not sure exactly where the giving of gifts came from in this holiday, as I don't know a lot of the history of it. But I do know that for Christians, this holiday is about something that their Savior, Jesus, gave as a gift to humanity. And so perhaps that's where we got the idea that we could start giving gifts to each other, and then it's ballooned into this massive, just advertising, money being dropped everywhere in order to, get each other giant TVs and who knows what. So here is a thought that I have for all of you. What if we regain some of that spirit of giving? And we start right here at Christmas, but we do this all the time. It doesn't have to be just right now for this holiday. And when I'm talking about giving, I'm not talking about going out and buying all kinds of big expensive presents for people and giving them things that they really don't need or that isn't going to add to their quality of life. What I'm talking about is really giving to each other. I know for me, a fair amount of you have become patrons. And so you stand beside me when I make these videos. And that makes this huge difference to me. It's not really the money so much as knowing that you're standing there beside me. And that gives me this feeling. And I want other people to have that feeling. So here's what we could do. Maybe there's a person down the street from you, and she's a single mom and she's trying to shovel her driveway every day. But you come down and you say, "Hey, can I shovel your driveway this winter for you?" And that random act of kindness, that stepping out and giving this thing of yourself, wow, how does that make her feel? And here's the thing, how does it make you feel? Because the studies on volunteering and on giving, they show that if we're given a sum of money and we get to keep it for ourselves and buy something for ourselves, it doesn't actually create that much happiness in us. When we're given some money and we give it to somebody else or we buy something for somebody else, it creates more happiness inside of us. And the same with volunteering. In some of the studies on happiness, they put that within the top 5 things that really give us happiness in life. It's volunteering. It's an older person that lives in your neighborhood that could just use somebody to talk to once in a while. It's somebody that's in the hospital and could really use a visit. It's you're a great cook and you make a meal for somebody and invite them over. Maybe there's that homeless person on the street and you say, "Hey, come here. Let's go over to that restaurant. I'm going to buy you a meal." And not only buying them a meal, but talking to them and treating them as an equal human being. And maybe it's not just giving to people. Maybe it's giving to nature. Maybe you're going to plant some trees. I'm not going to plant any trees because the ground's frozen. But maybe you're in a place right now where the ground isn't frozen. You can plant some trees. Or you can volunteer at a wildlife sanctuary where injured animals are rehabilitated and then released back into the wild. Send somebody a letter. Send somebody a gift that you made. Call somebody up who you've been meaning to talk to for a while. Go and see somebody who might be lonely. These are the kind of things that make a huge, real difference. This is the kind of giving that I'm talking about that we can all do this season. and that we can start thinking about giving that way after Christmas is gone and as the rest of the year unfolds. Because giving feels so good, and it can change the world. It can make a huge difference. It can make a difference in one person's life. When you make a difference in one person's life, that's going to spread out. It's going to make a difference in other people's lives. We can all do this. And I would love to hear from you and to hear about your giving. Often we feel a little strange about saying, hey, here's this thing where I gave something to somebody. And we don't want to brag about our giving or bring it out. In fact, a lot of us would like to do it anonymously. But here I'm going to ask you, step out and put down in the comments some instances in your life where you've given and the difference it's made in the other person's life and how it made you feel, the difference it made in your life. And then as we read through these stories of giving, of volunteering, of sharing yourself, then I think it'll inspire all of us to be more giving in our lives. Thank you, my friends, and please share your stories below.